Great morning. Come on in, you guys. Come in, come in, come in. I'm good and behind today. Oh my goodness. Come on in, come on in. Let me go ahead and share. Great morning. Hey, Eveline, how are you? Hey, bro, it seems so strange being on here by myself. Hey, Christina. Oh, I miss you too. Listen, y'all, I told my husband last night, I said, you hear that? He said, what? I said, quiet. The house just seemed empty now. Great morning, Mike. Hey, Jason. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Listen, now I got to go back to my solo career. We had a whole little duet going, but now I'm back to my solo. Listen, here we go. You all go ahead, share. I'm super excited about today's devotion, y'all. Oh my God. God is just dealing with us. Maybe he's not dealing with you, but he is most definitely dealing with me. So go ahead and share. And we're going to get started. Let me find it. Okay. Y'all know, of course, before we get started, we've got to do our routine, our ritual, okay? And we're going to shake it up, get it ready, and go on and do what we do. Now, listen, I got to finish off the last of April's. April, did you get some shots? Because I sure forgot, because you were leaving while we were still in the class, but I meant for you to get some shots. But hopefully you got some alive when you got back. Okay. So you know what it is. Listen, Linda, listen. If you don't have alive in your life, if you're not using alive, what I'm going to tell you is you are missing out. And I'm not saying you're missing out just because it's a product that we offer. I'm telling you, you're missing out on some whole body health. I love that it deals with total body wellness and assisting our body in doing what it was created to do. Now, I'm not making any medical claims, but what I will tell you is this: we've made believers out of the unbelievers and the doubters. I'm trying to tell you something. Ain't that right, Mike? Out of the watchers, they have not only become participants and partakers of the alive, but they've also become partakers of the benefits. So what I'm telling you is you need to know more. If you need more information tonight, somebody type in the comments tonight. Type in the comments tonight. I'm waiting on y'all. Oh my goodness. Yes, April. Yes, Mike. Tonight, Jason, Christina. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I see you, Evelyn. Tonight, we're going to be doing a Keep Calm, I'm Alive call. And it's going to be about the power of our products. So we're going to have testimonials. We're going to go into the ingredients of the products and then what some of those ingredients are known to do, right? So we're going to get into the science behind why these products do what they do in our lives and for our bodies, okay? Tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Central, and 5:30 p.m. Pacific tonight. Okay. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Shot, 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 shot. Everybody shake, 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 hey. Shake the devil off, hey, 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 hey. Shake, shake, shake. Shake the devil off. Hey, 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 hey. When I get that red bottle, baby, it's going to be a new addition to the song. So y'all know what we do. We shake it up, pour it up, and drink it up. Woo! And it's full to the brim. Cheers to love being the key to our promises. Oh my God. I gotta do the other bottle for my husband. Baby. That's not a full shot. Honey, we're going to have to take from Folgers good to the last drop. Well, it's apple cinnamon. I don't know that I would recommend it in coffee, but you can add it to water or you can add it to another juice. Pour his shot. Got it ready. Baby, your shot is poured. So you can put it in other juices. I don't know. I don't know how that would do. I don't know. And I'm a coffee drinker. I don't know though. I don't know. Although stay tuned because one of the products that our CVO has talked about is our coffee, that we will have a coffee. So we're not just, when you look at our products, I want you to not just look at what we have now, but I want you to know that there's more coming, right? A detox, some beauty products. Listen, he's got a whole plan. There's a whole plan. Well, they have a whole plan. There's a whole plan for expanding our product line. And so our Alive ABC, our Alive was introduced in May. Our Alive ABC, that'll be shipped. It's out now for pre-order, but it'll be shipped the beginning of December. So, you know, our product line is growing. You know, they started with just some sprays, then they expanded the sprays, then they added the Alive, now the Alive ABC. We added Forex and cryptocurrency. We added travel. So we're growing and expanding all within 1 year. So you really got to have vision for the future, right? You got to have vision for the future because the future is coming. Great morning, Charla. All right. So here we go. Day 20. And I got to read because my reader is not here. So, hold on. I need to make it bigger, y'all. Can I just get bigger? Okay, here we go. Hebrews 6:11 through 16. Hebrews 6:11 through 16. Hey, Rose, how are you? God's promises bring hope. Our great desire is that you will keep on loving others as long as life lasts, in order to make certain that what you hope for will come true. Then you will not become spiritually dull and indifferent. Instead, you will follow the example of those who are going to inherit God's promises because of their faith and endurance. For example, there was God's promise to Abraham. Since there was no one greater to swear by, God took an oath in his own name, saying, I will certainly bless you, multiply your descendants beyond number. I will certainly bless you, multiply your descendants beyond number. Now listen, I think when I originally thought about this, I thought about it one way. But then I remember reading this text and I was like, what? What? So let me read the devotion. Baby, the way this text jumped out at me this morning is beyond words. I've read and heard a lot of God's promises, not every one, but a lot of them. But this just hit me differently. Let's just start with the first sentence. Our great desire is that you will keep on loving others as long as life lasts, in order to make certain that what you hope for will come true. Hebrews 6:11. Paul said that their hope was the people would keep loving others to ensure that what the people hope for will happen. My God, today. Love is such an undeniable key to unlocking the promises of God that it's unbelievable. Maybe you've noticed that part of the text before, but I promise you that I've never seen that part of the text stand out like it did today. My focus has always been on the part that says, I will certainly bless you, multiply your descendants beyond number, Hebrews 6:14. This revelation just blew me away. It ought to be an encouragement to those of us who focus on loving others, that God has made that part of making what we hope for come true. So let's talk about what we hope for. I want you to take a minute and really think about what you hope, parentheses, believe for in your life. Write it down on paper. Put it on your vision board. Save it on your phone. Print it out and stick it on the bathroom mirror. Place it on your refrigerator. Put it on your car dashboard. Make sure it is visible all around you and everywhere you go. Why? Why do I need to do that, Dr. V? Let me tell you why. It's one thing to keep the vision before you, but it's another thing to keep the vision before you, knowing what is required to make certain that what we hope for comes true or manifests. Every time you look at the vision and see yourself there and it having already come true, remind yourself of how you must keep on loving others. When others get on your nerves and everything in you wants to give them a piece of your mind, remember how you must keep on loving others. When life is lifing and people are peopling, remind yourself of how you must keep on loving others to make certain that what you hope for comes true. God made Abraham a promise. He promised him that he would bless and his seed would be beyond number, uncountable. And it came to pass. So whatever God has promised you, believe that it shall come to pass. In fact, it has already happened in the spirit, so you can shout now. Thank God for it now. Celebrate it now. Declare it done now. And it is done in the spirit now. However, if you want to see and make certain that it comes true in the natural, we must keep on loving others. We have to keep on loving others when they are unlovable. We have to keep on loving others when they make us mad. We have to keep on loving others when they lie on us. We have to keep on loving others when they disappoint us. We have to keep on loving others when we realize that they are our Judas. We have to keep on loving others when they can't stay awake long enough to pray while we're going through. We have to keep on loving others when they deny us. We have to keep on loving others when we are being persecuted. We have to keep on loving others when we are on the cross. We have to keep on loving others when we are crucified. We have to keep on loving others until we draw our last breath. Even as I wrote this devotion, I thought about Jesus going to the cross and his entire journey with the disciples. When he rose from the dead, he went back to the very ones who denied him, slept on him, ran on him, those same ones he chose and used. I also thought about the death and transition of Bishop Carlton Pearson, who helped so many that did the same thing to him that the disciples did to Jesus. And yet, all the way to the very end, he kept on loving them. I can't imagine being able to do that, but he did it all the way to the very end. He kept on loving. I wonder if he saw what he hoped for come true. Whether he did or didn't, his life and his love was a powerful example of radical obedience to God, staying the course, standing on your convictions no matter what, and living by faith. He did all that and so much more. Today, we honor the life and work of this great man of God. I pray that we will keep on loving others to make certain that what we hope for will come true. Let me see what's been. Hey, Andrea, how are you? Hey, Joy, how you doing, beautiful? We gotta talk. Kareem said, we have to keep on loving others when they don't love us. Yes. Yeah, there goes my toes. Amen. So, it's funny. You know, I was looking for texts about God's promises. That's all I was looking for. I was looking for texts about God's promises. What I found was a text about God's great love and his requirement for us to love others. And the interesting thing is, I'd never seen it before. I'd never seen it before. I'd never seen it before. Maybe you've seen it before. Had you all seen that part of the text before? Had y'all paid attention to that part of the text? Because maybe I'm the only one who had been missing that. Maybe I'm the only one that didn't see it or didn't give it the necessary thought or credence. Hebrews 6, 11 through 16, really verse 11. Anybody else seen that? Did y'all see it? Because I didn't see it. But I'm going to read it again. Hey, woman of God, how are you? Good morning. Listen, Andrew said, and when they don't love themselves, period. Hebrews 6:11. Our great desire is that you will keep on loving others as long as life lasts, in order to make certain that what you hope for will come true. Stick me with a fork because I'm done. Now, I don't know about y'all, but it's some people that I don't want to love. It's some people that, listen, I don't want to love them. I don't like them. I don't want to be bothered with them. I don't want to even think about them. When I think on their name, something happens in my belly. My skin begins to crawl. Maybe I'm the only one, but it's some people that I don't want to love. And if I be honest, I don't. I don't love them. But reading this helps me to understand why all that I hope for has not certainly come true. God has so much in store for us, but we must love others. Keep on loving others as long as life lasts. Not as long as they do what you want, not as long as they like you, not as long as they don't hurt you, not as long as you feel like it. Keep on loving others as long as life lasts. Angel number 122. That's deep to me. And it's deep to me for a number of reasons. And it means that I've got to go back and forgive. I got to go back and love again. I got to love again. I've got to allow myself to love even when I don't feel like it, when they don't, in my mind, deserve it. I got to love. So I'm going to talk very personally right now. I'm going to talk about me because I know about me. Listen, I believe that all of us are called to assess our own, right? Isn't it, doesn't the text say, doesn't the scripture say, you have to work out your own soul salvation? Listen, and this is not about just salvation. This is not about salvation, because you can be saved and still not love some people. Can I be real with you? It doesn't nullify your salvation, but what it does do is it can help prevent what you hope for from coming to pass, from coming true. That's what it can do. It can prevent you from getting all of the things that God has in store for you. Now, it can do that. So, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And that's my thing. Is it worth it? Yes, Joy, we are called to love. Andrea said reading that out loud helps you realize your purpose. Thank you, Lord. Right. I'm telling you, I was like, what? What? Our great desire is that you will keep on loving others as long as life lasts, in order. Listen, in order means to ensure, right? In order to make certain, assured that what you hope for, what you believe for, what it is you're desiring in your life will come true. I had to stop right there and pause right there. I had to stop right there and pause right. I had to stop right there and pause right there. My kids have this thing they do when you say certain things. If it sounds a little funny or if it can have a different meaning that you really wouldn't want it to have, they say pause. I had to pause. But now I know that don't mean what I thought it meant. I know that's not saying what I think it's saying. Well, yeah, it is. So let's look up angel number 122 and see what it say, honey. Because what? That's what? God, what? All right, angel number 122. Y'all, my eyes. Angel number 122 brings forth the energy of change and growth. It asks you, listen to this, y'all. It asks you to leave old issues in the past and embrace a more positive approach and attitude to life. Angel number 122 is a sign of financial abundance and growth, what you hope for. Listen. It's all about achieving balance in your life and making clear some perspectives in your life. It's a powerful sign that you are to step out of your comfort zone and take new directions and or begin new projects or ventures. It's centered around change and finding balance. Frequent sighting of 122 may then be pointing to an imbalance or necessary change or adjustment. Listen. Joy. Me too. Me too. Look, y'all, I want everything God has in store for me. God has shown me great things, and I want all of those things to be able to manifest, come to pass in my life. And when I say manifest, I need you to understand that everything that God has for us already exists in the spirit. It's already done in the spirit. And he's waiting for us to catch up with it. He's waiting for us to get in a position to be able to receive it. And what I'm telling you today, if there are things that have not shown up in your life yet, they've not manifested yet, check your love. Do you love? Are you continuing to love on others? Are you loving others? I'm talking about really loving them. I'm talking about loving them from a pure place with no extra stuff, no ill intentions, no, I can't stand them for real, and I gotta love them because God said it. Are you really loving others? Y'all, it's time to do a heart check. A heart check. You need a heart checkup. Are you really loving others? Hey, Antoine. To you too. It's every day is Thanksgiving, honey. Every day is a day to give thanks. Joy said, yes, I just said that yesterday. Listen, I wish I could say I'm speaking. I wish I could. No, really, I wish I could say I wasn't speaking. God is speaking so strong on this love thing. God, when I tell you, God ain't playing with us about loving other people and loving his people. Loving them for real, like for real. Now, look, can we be honest? Can we be honest? Our love don't even be real. And I'm going to tell you what I mean when I say that. Our love don't be real. Our love be conditional and contingent on people doing stuff. Doing what we think they should do, or doing it the way we think that they should do it. And really what it is our saboteurs are sabotaging us. Our saboteurs have us judging people. Our saboteurs have us thinking that, oh, well, something is wrong with them because they didn't do this, or they should have done that, or they should have done it like this. So listen, I'm going to tell you something. We are operating in some real conditional love, whether we think we are or not. And we've got to deal with our saboteurs so that we can move them out of the way so that our love can be genuine, that we can really understand that we really were judging them people. We really be judging people. Like, well, I don't judge. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. We all do. We judge. We judge based on what we think is the way that things are supposed to be done, how people are supposed to do them, and it makes our love fickle. I said it. We have fickle love. I love you when what you're doing and what you're saying and how you're showing up agrees with how I think you should be, what I think you should do, and how I think you should show up. But when you cease doing that, I love you, but I really don't fool with you. You really don't love for real. You really don't love me. I really don't love them. Because love endures all. Love is kind. It's patient. It does not keep a record of wrongs. If you still got a record of wrongs, your love is not real. That's not real love. Stop calling it that. Stop calling it that. We got to just be honest with ourselves. We got to be honest with ourselves. We may want to love them. We may know we're supposed to love them. But then something happens and the love changes. This stretched me. This stretched me. It stretched me. It stretched me. This word right here stretched me. I came looking for a promise and God said you need to love. I just want the promise, but God said you need to love. I came to manifest all the things that I desire and all the things that I hope for, and God said you need to love. So I have to keep the vision before me. So when I'm going through, because sometimes, we need to understand why we need to do a thing. And we need some external motivation. So when I want to not love somebody, I need to look at my vision board. You want the vision, right? Yeah, God, I want the vision. Love them. Huh? You want a husband or wife, right? Yeah, God, I do. Love these people over here. Huh? 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 You want a healthy, peaceful family, right? You got that on the board? You got that on there? Yeah, God, yeah. Okay. Love those in your family that don't love you, that are mean and nasty and trifling, that have talked about you, lied on you, and dogged you out. Love them. Huh? Huh? All the things that you desire are contingent upon you loving others from a pure place all the time. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, I have not arrived. And to be even more honest with you, I wasn't even at the place where I can say, but this one thing I do. I wasn't even at this one thing. And I didn't even get to the but. I just, I have not arrived. And honestly, wasn't trying to arrive. And honestly, didn't plan on arriving to that level, God. Like, what? But he's been taking me on a journey. And the journey has clearly been leading here, right? Clearly, it's been leading to this, right? But God knew if he had just told me that from day one of this fast, I would have been like, okay, well, I don't think I'm doing this fast because I feel like some stuff is about to happen that I may not want to happen, but it needs to happen. You want your destiny? You want your purpose to be fulfilled? Check your love. Not just love for the people that you like, not just love for the people that you agree with, not just love for the people that are your denomination, angel number 133, not just love for those who do what you do, no, who do it like you do it, Listen, I remember when God started dealing with me about church people because I'd be like, I don't like church people. I don't like them. I don't like them religious people. I don't like them. God said, that ain't me. I said, but God, that's a religious spirit. But that ain't me. Just like their religious spirit ain't me, you not liking them ain't me. That ain't me. I'm a God of love. Huh? You need to check you. Don't worry about them if you're not checking you. You need to check you. We can always find a reason or a justification for why we do what we do or feel how we feel or believe what we believe or act how we act. But at the end of the day, if it's not love, it's not God. No matter what a person has done to you. If there's not love, that's not God. Now, God is gracious and he's merciful and he will allow you to take a journey. But baby, this is a word that I frankly and honestly wasn't trying to hear. Hey, Daddy, good morning. Oh, Daddy, this is a hard one, Daddy. This is a hard one. I want to take it back. I wish I'd never seen it. But if I'd never seen it, I wouldn't have understood why some things were being held up for me. Kareem said, but how do you love someone who doesn't want you to love them? Your love for them has nothing to do with them. You ain't got to be up under them. You ain't got to even talk to them. You don't have to do anything when it comes to them. You just love them. You just love them. See, when we say when they don't want you to love them, that implies that it has something to do with them. It has absolutely nothing, zero, zilch to do with them. It has everything to do with you. But because our love has been so not real and so contingent, we think that they've got to love us for us to love them. They don't. They ain't got to love you, ain't got to like you, they ain't got to do nothing. You, on the other hand, are required to love them. If you want to make certain that what you hope for will come true. Now, if you don't want to make what you hope for come true, you can choose not to. If you don't want to be in alignment with God, you can choose not to. God gives us free will. We can do what we want to do, but you need to understand that there are consequences to doing it. And everything about God goes back to love. And if we would learn that and really implement it in our life, angel number 133, then we would see things shift in our life. Let me look at angel number 133. Because God ain't playing with us. He said it's time to grow up. I'm like, I gotta grow up, God. I don't want to. It's hard. Here we go again. Okay. Oh, Lord. Angel number 133 encourages you to listen to your intuition, live life enthusiastically, and continue to evolve and transform. Angel number 133 is a form of angelic communication that brings hidden meanings and messages. The messages attached to angel numbers can help you to navigate life, overcome obstacles, and shine a light in crucial situations. It bridges the gap between physical and spiritual realms. Remember, I told you that everything that God has for you is already done in the spirit. We're just trying to move it into the physical, right? So it bridges the gap between the physical and spiritual realms, but you're responsible for determining the impact 133 has in your daily life. Listen. In relationships, it means work toward a deeper connection with your partner. In love, it means you should be more nurturing and open towards new love. Whew. In terms of your soulmate, it means that you and your soulmate will soon meet and grow as individuals together. The spiritual meaning is you're heading towards spiritual enlightenment if you practice connecting with the spiritual realm. How do we connect with the spiritual realm? We've got to be in communication and connection with God. How do we do that? We pray, we read his word, we allow him to speak and minister to our spirit, to grow us up. We love. Oh God, it's a lot. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. God be doing so much. God just be doing so much. God just does so much. Angel number 133 signifies spiritual growth and enlightenment. Grow up. At the end of the day, we got to grow up. Growing up means that you've got to accept the fact that what God tells you to do may not align with what everybody else thinks you should do. And you've got to be able to love those people. You still got to love them. You still have to love them. You have to find a way to get to a place of love. Doesn't mean that you've got to go and tell them, I love you. You ain't got to do that. You just got to love them. Now, if there's been some things that you may have done or said that you feel you need to repent for and apologize for, you do that. But don't expect them to be, oh, I forgive you. I love you. All is well. Listen, your love for them is not dependent upon their response to you. Now, I don't know about y'all. I don't necessarily like that, but it's the truth of the matter. I don't necessarily want to love them, but the truth of the matter is what I do want is I want to make certain that what I hope for comes true. So I'm not willing. We talked about this in the No More Sabotage class yesterday, which was supposed to be a 2-day class, and we in day 3. We get ready to do a day 3 because it done gone a whole different way. So, but one of the things that we talked about, Lord, I done lost it, honey. Listen. Let me get it back. We talking about love. You gotta love people. Y'all help me bring it back. Hey, Queen, how you doing? Right, Joy, it's not love. So Where was I going? Mm. Oh, we talked about counting the cost. A lot of times, and Lakeisha brought this up. She said, you got to count the cost. You got to count the cost, not just of making the change, but you got to count the cost of staying the same. If you stay exactly the same, what is it going to cost you? So think about this. If you keep not loving others, right, because of what they did, what they said, how they treat you, how they look at you, what they've done in the past, if you don't love them, what is it going to cost you? It's going to cost you what you hope for becoming true, coming to reality, moving from the spirit to the physical. See, what you hope for moves from the spirit to the physical as we keep on loving others. So there'll be things that you won't be able to tap into because you won't love. Now, no, this ain't getting a lot of reactions. I ain't getting a lot of hearts. I'm not getting a lot of thumbs ups. I'm not getting a lot of reactions. But this ain't for the reactions because I love you anyway. I'm practicing, y'all. I'm practicing. I love you anyway. But we still got to love. Love the difficult people. Love the people that are doing you wrong. Love people that are doing people that you love wrong. We got to love. And I'm going to say it. We got to love the one that molested us. We got to love the one that raped us. We got to love the one that stole from us. We got to love the one who abused us. We got to love the one who destroyed our business. We got to love the one who destroyed our marriage, our relationship. We got to love the one we got to love. Like, y'all, I don't know about y'all, but all of them are real hard things for me. Real. We got to love the one that lied on you. Listen, one thing I can't stand is somebody to lie on me. Don't lie on me. Tell the truth on me, because I tell enough on myself so that you don't need to add no lies to it. I got plenty to say, and I've done plenty that people cannot like me for or judge me on. You don't have to make up a lie. You ain't got to lie, Cletus. Like, what is it? In Friday, you ain't got to lie to kick it, Craig. You don't have to. Listen, I gotta love. I'm just talking about me, y'all. I gotta love. Look, Joy, I love you too, girl. Listen, I gotta love. Good morning, Stephanie. How are you, beautiful? So, what you gonna do? You gonna love? Or you gonna continue to walk down the path you're walking down? Is it worth it to know that all those things that you've envisioned for your life won't surely come to pass because you won't love? What they did to you is so horrendous and horrific that you can't love them. Now, let me tell y'all this, okay? Because I'm getting ready to flip some stuff around you. No one wants to be molested, raped, abused, beaten, to go through verbal abuse, to be like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that, and I'm not saying that that's okay. So hear me when I say it, and I hear me clearly. Nobody is saying that's okay. Angel number 155. But what I'm going to tell you is this. God used it. The word of God says, if we believe the word, and we know this, we know it. We have all assurance of this. We know in all certainty this thing. All things. What things? The things we think are good, the things that we like, the things that we enjoy. What things? What things? Some things? What things? Y'all talk back to me. What things? What are we talking about? We know this. We have this assurance. We have this certainty that what things? One thing, two things, a few things. All things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. All things. Do y'all hear what I'm telling you? Listen, all of them. So, if, let's just use the rules of logic. If all things work together for our good, can anything that transpires in our life truly be bad? Or is it just something that we didn't want to go through, would have preferred not to go through? But is it bad if it works for our good? If it's bad and it works for our good, is it really bad? Not that it should happen more or should happen again, but if we shift our focus and our approach to the things that have happened in our life, maybe it'll be easier for us to love those who did things to us, did things that affected us in a way that we didn't want or we felt like was negative. Because listen, if it's working for our good and God knows the end from the beginning, God knew that it was going to transpire. He didn't make it transpire, but he knew that it was going to transpire. And if we continue living and if we take from it what we need to take from, it will produce in us what's needed for us to get where God is taking us. And God will cause it all to work for our good. We have a testimony that came from it. We learned how to forgive the unforgivable by going through it. See, it is the emotional valence that we put on a thing that determines our emotional response to it. Now that it's in the past, it's back here. And you're right here. But you're trying to go forward. It's back there. You're trying to go forward. You're trying to go forward. You can't go forward because the past has a grip on you. Because you're still looking at that as a bad, horrendous, horrific, negative situation, as opposed to a thing that happened to you. Now, look, listen, I'm not telling you that you don't have a right to feel how you feel or feel away. But what I'm going to ask you is how you're feeling moving you forward? Or is it keeping you stuck? So this is something that I've realized in life. As people who are victimizers or perpetrators have usually been victims. So the victim becomes the perpetrator, who perpetrates on another victim, who gets to choose whether they become a perpetrator or a liberator. They get to choose. Depending on, how they were able to process what happened to them, it's going to determine whether they become a victimizer, a perpetrator, or a liberator, where they liberate themselves from what happened and they make the vow that they're not going to do that. You have people who are molested, abused sexually, and when they are abused, let's say it's same gender, one becomes gay, the other one may go on and become promiscuous. The other one may just, kind of be asexual. They may be able to work through it and process through it and still maintain healthy relationship with physical intimacy. But it doesn't mean that none of them were affected by what happened. All of them were affected by it. Their response to it is different. So when you think about the people who've abused you, who may have molested you, raped you, whatever, more often than not, there's something in their past, normally going back to childhood, that has happened to them that they couldn't control, they didn't have any control over, that did something to their psyche, that did something to their spirit, that did something to their being, that produced the person that you see as a monster. Maybe if you look at it like that, maybe if we look at it like that, we'll be able to forgive. Because the truth of the matter is this: we've all done something that hurt someone. All of us have. All of us have. Are you a monster? You're not a monster. You did something based on some things that had happened to you and in your life, and took you through to a thought process, a behavioral pattern that was unhealthy, or your saboteurs went to work and you made a choice that wasn't a good choice. But it doesn't make you a monster. So let's stop demonizing people. It's easier to demonize people than to deal with the humanity of people and really explore what in the world could have happened to someone that would lead them to do something like that. See, because if we do that, then, we gotta, we gotta see their humanity, even when it looks like there is none. Yes, Antoine, we gotta see them like Christ. This is a hard word, but a necessary word nonetheless. You gotta count the cost of staying the same, of continuing to not love. Count the cost. Is it worth it to miss out on those things that you hope for? Is it worth it? Or do you need to just invest the time and the energy to go to God and say, God, help me love them without condition, regardless of what they think and how they feel and how they act. Help me love from a pure place with a pure heart. Not that I've already attained, not that I've already arrived, because I haven't. This word is hitting me like it's hitting you. But I know this. I know ain't nobody out there that's done something to me or currently doing something to me that's worth me missing out on all that God has in store for me. So I think I better let it go. Let it go. Because what's not going to happen is you're not going to take out the promises that God has for me. And I won't hinder it. I won't block it. I'm not doing that. That's what I'm not going to do. All month long, God has been talking to me about this 111 seed. The 111 seed is, one day he just told me to do it. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, God. He said, do it. But what I will tell you is those who have sown that seed are seeing manifestations and changes in their life. This seed is not a magical seed. It's not a seed that's automatically going to make things happen in your life. I need you to understand that. But when God wants to bless you, he requires something in the ground. Okay. So listen, if you don't have the 111, but you feel that, you felt that, you felt like, I need to do that, right? If you felt that, then what I would encourage you to do is reach out. I can do an invoice, and you can use Afterpay to do the seed. You can do it over time. But, and this is for you, right? If you felt that, do it, because you don't want to miss what God is doing. It's so funny because that 111 kept showing up, or keeps showing up in my life. And I'm watching God do things supernaturally. God told me earlier this month that the wind was at our back. That same week, our company released some major promotional packages that allow people to come in like with a leg up, and to make it, I'm not going to say shorten the time. If you can understand how to do what we do, shorten the time. And I'm going to tell you what we do. What we do is we don't sell. We help people. I was talking to my brother, Mike Massey, and he had been really sick and in a lot of pain daily. And he started using the Alive. He kept hearing me talk about the Alive. He kept hearing me, and I said, Mike, you need some Alive. It was like, ah. So he got the Alive, started using the Alive. His blood sugar levels have gone down. He is not in pain like he was. And I'm not making any medical claims, but what I'm going to tell you is this. When it comes to whole body wellness, like I love this product for that, because it helps reduce inflammation and swelling. It can balance your blood sugar levels. It can help you with your blood pressure, and with weight management, mood management, libido, help your digestion. All of those things are things that the product can do. And I want the people around me healthy and wealthy. One of my favorite scriptures is, Beloved, I wish above all things that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. It's great that your soul is prospering, but what's going on with the rest of you? What's going on with your body? What's going on with your finances? What's going on with your life? So this is my way of helping people to address those things, and be able to do it in a way where all we're doing is helping other people. I tell people, I always look at what people need. Like what's going on with you? What are your goals? What do you want to do? And then I tell you what I would recommend based on that. I don't recommend the most expensive thing because that's what you do. No, I recommend what I think is going to help people based on their budget and what they want to accomplish. The fact that I've been able to help, we've been able, my hubby and I have been able to help people add additional income to their household, to build a business that's growing, to help impact the lives of people that they love. Um, that's an amazing thing to me. And the things that God showed me as I was doing the No More Sabotage about this product, Calm, and how it reduces the cortisol response in your body, the production of cortisol, which cortisol is the culprit behind a lot of illness. Um, Baby, that thing right there, I'm like, God, you set it all up for me so that everything that I do feeds into what I do. I encourage you all to look. If you've looked, I encourage you to look again. I encourage you to check it out, to see what it be about. Tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a Keep Calm, I'm Alive call. It's going to deal with the power of the products. It's going to deal with the power of the products. And I'm going to talk about the ingredients and what the ingredients are known to do. But I'm going to tell you this. We've got something for you. We've got something for you, something that's going to meet a need that you have. Come on and find out. Baby, this one right here messed me up last night. Somebody was sharing their Forever Young testimony, and their edges had grown back. They were fuller. They weren't edgeless. Hear me when I say they weren't edgeless, but there definitely was thinning in the edges, and particularly as women, our edges begin to thin. And if you wear lace fronts or if you wear wigs, it can really, if you always have braids, it can pull your edges out. But the Forever Young, in 4 months, there was a significant, in 1 month, I saw a difference. But in 4 months, there was a significant difference in them edges, baby, with this product. So I'm telling you, the products do a lot of things because they begin to work in your body at the cellular level. That call is tonight at 8:30 p.m. If you want the details, let me know. I'm going to be producing a flyer, getting a flyer done. I'm going to be getting a flyer done. But if you want to know how you can plug in, get with me, get with somebody else that you're connected to in the business, and let's learn about the products. Let's learn about them. Let's learn about them. Let's really learn what they do, okay, or may do. With that said, y'all, listen, to sow the 111 seed, you can go to Cash App, $DRV Johnson 777, Cash App, $DRV Johnson 777, or you can let me know you need to do an invoice and we can do that. You can also pay with your card if you do an invoice. Y'all, look, know that I absolutely love you to life and life more abundant. Tomorrow, we're going to close out the month. But later this morning, I'm going to do the prophetic word for the month of December. I'm going to do the prophetic word for the month of December. So stay tuned for that. God just be moving and doing. Stay tuned for that. I'm going to take a break though. But I know there's something I love you to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be blessed. Mwah.